What's going on, people? When you come in, please let me know who you are so I can give you a shout out. Definitely come through. Drink a little water, man. Stay hydrated. Definitely, when you come in, let me know who you are so I can give you a shout out. Like I said, man, please do so. Yeah, trying to get this thing popping about the Knicks, man. They're playing really, really well as of late. So let's talk about it, man. Just watching them play, seeing how they do things. They looking good, man. Looking good. So, let's talk about it. Like Thibodeau's got these guys rolling, man. So it's really, really cool. So let's kind of see exactly how this thing pretty much pans out. So kind of get this going, see exactly how many people we have come in, man. Let's talk about it. Let's really, really go into detail, man, about how well the Knicks are playing. Good. Go. That way. What do you need, man?
Oh,
You don't have to talk. You don't have to talk. What, do you need something?
I know. I'll help you out.
No, I don't need. No, don't worry about it. Okay, go do what you gotta do, partner. Yeah, man. Great win. Glad to see exactly how well they're playing, man. They're playing extremely, extremely well. I think for me, the most important thing in watching them play, man, is just seeing how they come together as a unit. We've been talking about this for the longest, right? We just wanted to see exactly what direction they want to be going in as a team. To see exactly them coming together, it's a beautiful thing, man. It really, really, truly is. Yo, what's going on, Tim? Appreciate you coming by, man. Yo, listen, man. Knicks is playing huge, man. Huge. Nobody saw this coming. Anybody says that they saw this coming, they're not telling the truth, man. They telling stories. Trust me. Timmy for the BX, man. I'm Harlem all day, man. You know what time it is. I see you right across the river, man. But 129, that's my block, man. So, but yeah, man, it's been huge, man. It's been big. Just watching them pretty much come together, seeing exactly what they're doing as a team. It's beautiful to see, man. It's very, very exciting. Very, very exciting. And I think the most important thing is that if you look at the age of these guys are very, very young. They're all 30 and under, right? The oldest person, I believe, is Randle, right? I'm talking about, of course, the starters. I think, of course, Derrick Rose is older. But I think Randle's only 28, right? So to kind of see exactly, the youth in this team, we got a lot of beautiful things we're growing with, right? Because I think Josh Hart, I think he's about 26, right? Because him and Brunson are about the same age. Remember, they was in school together. So, RJ's only 22. I think Obi's only 22 or 23. IQ, I think, is 21 or 22. How old is Grimes? I think Grimes is 23, 22. Them guys are young, right? Same thing with Big Mitch, right? Mitch is young too. I think Mitch is also under 25. And all those guys are locked in. The only one that's not locked in is IQ, right? But everybody else is locked in, man, on great deals, right? Financially, right? So we got Brunson for a steal. We got RJ for a steal because he could have got the max. He didn't get the max. He got maybe 100 or something million. We didn't give Julius the max, right? So we got all those cats for a good deal, man. A very good deal. I got them winning 50 games this season. Let's see. Hey, listen, they could actually do it, man. I mean, because you figure they got 20 more games left, right? Could they go 15-5? Could they go 15-5 in those next 20 great games? And I think that'll put them close to 50. Where are they at right now with wins? What are they at? 30? I forget. I can't think of the number of their wins right off the top of my head. But they right there. So you kind of see exactly they could definitely do it. I mean, it's gonna be tough. But listen, man. I mean, guys are injured. On other teams. So I don't know how far. Because I don't know. I don't know if Brown is back for the Celtics yet. I think he's still got that face fracture so I think he's gonna be down Monday night, or he might play. I don't know if he played last game. Gotta take a look at that. So we gotta see. We got the Nets. The Nets is finished, right? So Miami's kind of stumbling a little bit, right? So it's gonna be interesting, man. That West Coast trip is gonna be a problem though, because Sacramento's playing well. You got them, you got the Clippers, right? And you got the Lakers, right? So I don't know if we play Phoenix during that run too. I got to see, but that West Coast trip is going to be tough. Sacramento's a lot tougher than what they get. Remember, they had 2 All-Stars this year. And they had the big man from the Pacers, I forget his name, and of course De'Aaron Fox, right? Those guys were All-Stars this year. So the Kings are solid. They really are. So we got them, right? Still got Indiana. Indiana always gives us problems, right? So it's a possibility, man. It can be done. It can be done. But yeah. We just what I love, knock on wood, we got to stay healthy. That's the key. We stay healthy, we good to go. We ain't got nothing to worry about. That's the biggest thing, man. Guys got to stay healthy. But in watching them grow, man, I mean, like I said, they're a young team, man. But the question is now, how well they're playing, right, Tim? Like just thinking, what they're doing and how well they're playing. Now it's exciting, like I said, about the finances and what it looks like, because now you got to say to yourself, who now are they going to get this summer, right? We could definitely go out on the West Coast and beat those teams. Not definitely. We could definitely do that. It's just going to be tough, though. It's going to be tough because a lot of those teams, they all, Lakers are going to be trying to push, man. Remember, they got Beasley from Utah. He put up 25 the other night. He's a tough check. So the Lakers are a lot different than what they were when we saw them. And, LeBron's going to be primed and ready to make that push, right? The Clippers are still the Clippers, right? They're still, we kind of had them that day by trying to, pull off that victory. They caught us late, but they're tough. Kawhi's tough, Paul George. So that's a tough matchup. So I think we can, but it's, but remember, those 3 teams, they're all trying to make the playoffs too, man. So it's going to be a tough push for them. So, but I do see it happening. You know what I'm saying? Now, Marette, what's going on? How you doing? I appreciate you coming by. Yeah, we did get that away, Tim. We definitely gave that game away. I think we should have had that one. I definitely think we should have definitely had that one. But I think that's before we got Josh Hart. So he's definitely a plus. I mean, I appreciate you coming through, man. I truly do chopping it up. Talk about the 5-game winning streak, man. So I was just telling Tim, man, I think we're locked in with our youth for the future. I think those guys are going to be here, and that's what you need. Remember, guys, it's kind of similar to what the Grizzlies are doing, right? We got to stay younger. That's the key in this league. You got to have youth to win. And that's what the Knicks have. All them guys are under 30, like I said, except for Derrick Rose. So now you have all them guys locked in. And now you can still build on that, remember, because we still got picks, and we still got someone like Obi that we can move. Because I love Obi, but I don't see him staying. He's just not a solid cog in what it is that we do, right? So I definitely see them moving off of Obi. And if they can get a wing, if they can still bring in OG and Obi over here, right? If they could even, I don't know, next year, maybe even the year after, steal and maybe get a Devin Booker over here, right? That's huge if they can bring that in. Major if they can make that happen, because you got to figure, guys, also too, right? we got basically friendly deals here. You know what I'm saying? Agent Super Argo, man, what's going on, man? I appreciate you coming by. Let me see what he wrote right here. Absolutely, salute to the Knicks Nation, man, all day, every day. The chemistry, the brothership, and bonding on this team, right, is a recipe for success. Everyone is figuring out their roles on the squad. That's the key. That's the key. Everybody's got to have a role. Period. If you don't know your role, you're going to struggle on this team. And I got one better. You're not going to play. Period. And you got to be okay with that. Not every night is going to be your night to score the ball. See, that's why Josh Hart is a perfect cog to what it is that they do. Because he don't need the ball to be effective. He doesn't. He dives on the floor. He gets rebounds. And sometimes, guys, in doing that, that's your offense. Because then once you're doing that and you're active in a game, you feel like I got a block shot. I got a rebound. So now when you're cutting, guys are looking for you for the pass. Now you get a layup. So before you know it, you make game-winning plays on like 3 or 4 different possessions. So now you feel like you're in the flow of the game. I mean, that's basketball right there, right? So now guys don't feel like they're not included, right? Because even a guy like Ahart, right? Look how he's coming off the bench, 4 points. It don't matter, but his impact on that second unit is so much more than the 4 points, right? Excuse me. Right? So just think about that. But he's got 11 boards, right? So think of his activity that he does causing extra shots, right? So those 4 points are really equal to more than that, like 10 or 15 points, right? Tim, if we could get was to get Booker, and we definitely can win the chip. Listen, if they can pull off getting Devin Booker, I don't know about this summer, but maybe the summer after. Oh man, imagine him in the Garden with what the Knicks are building. Imagine him at the 2. And then you got Josh Hart, you got Grimes, you got IQ coming off the bench with iHeart, and maybe if they get another stretch 4, you know what I mean, a D wing, right? Imagine they get another. Come on, man. The Knicks are gonna be deadly. And once again, they got young players, man. That's the key. So now we can watch these guys grow, right? We can watch them grow and really kind of be like a perennial power, right? That's the one thing I miss, right, from the 90s teams. Those guys, Ewing and the crew, they was always in it. It didn't matter. Like year after year after year, you know the Knicks had a potential to win a championship. So that's what made like it awesome during that time. You know what I'm saying? Garden was always rocking because they knew the Knicks had a chance. Even though Jordan and the Bulls was a problem, the Knicks still were pushing them to 6 games, maybe to 7 games, right? They wasn't getting swept by the Bulls. That wasn't happening because the Knicks were always in it, right? They was always in it with the Pacers. All them top teams, the Knicks were in it. So if you think about the top 6 teams in the league back then, championship contenders, the Knicks were always in that conversation. That's what I hope this young team can build to be, right? And watching kind of like what they're becoming, being so young, it's beautiful to see their growth, man. Tim, what you got here? The Knicks is shocking the league right now, right? No one expected us to be this good right now. Agreed. But I think a big part of that also too. I listen, man. I'll be guilty of it. I'm guilty of it. I'll be honest. I didn't think Tibbs was the guy, but Tibbs being able to build the team the way he wants, because Josh Hart and Grimes are perfect Tibbs players. Brunson is a perfect Tibbs player. IQ, perfect Thibodeau players, and Randle is a perfect Thibodeau player. Those guys, they understand. Tibbs loves guys that are tough, gritty, and just hard-nosed basketball players. That's what he loves. He doesn't like those guys that are like, fly guy, mellow types, right? I'm a mellow guy, but he don't like them type of dude. He does not, right? So that's why a guy like Big Mitch is perfect for him. He loves big men in the middle that contest shots and rebound. He loves that, going back to the Ewing days, right? That's what he loves. And so that's why, they locked in Mitch, and we're pretty much good in the middle for the future. I still think Tibbs not the right coach for the team. Tibbs is back in my book. Namred, I agree. Tim, I don't know, man. I see what you see. I do, but for what they're building in this young unit, they're all Thibodeau guys. So somebody, hold on 1 second, guy. Hey, somebody got to come grab him. I'm sorry about that, guys. I got my little guy coming down here, man.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
It's all right, man. Sorry about that, fellas. See, family life is Sunday, man. So everybody want to pull daddy to the side. But anyway, so they're all Thibodeau guys. So now, okay, I'll say this, Tim. I'll say this. How about this? If Johnny Bryant is kind of like a Thibodeau type of dude, then okay. And you want to move him in because Tibbs is getting older and he has the same blueprint as Tibbs, then I can see that happening. But there's no way they're getting these guys. Josh Hart, Grimes, they didn't give up for Donovan Mitchell. You get Jalen Brunson. And they're not trying to really, they're trying to lock that. They're all Thibodeau guys, man. So I don't see him going anywhere. Especially with him and Leon Rose being so tight, I don't see him going anywhere. I really truly think that they're locked into the Thibodeau way, right? The Thibodeau blueprint, I'm gonna say, and how he coaches and what he likes to do and the type of players that he likes. I mean, a la Cam Reddish, right? Look what happened, right? So he's not a Thibodeau guy. So that's why that didn't work. So what they did is they went out and got a guy that he wanted. And Josh Hart is a perfect representation of who he wants. To me, he's like a poor man's Jimmy Butler. He's the same type of player, man. He just needs more polish, right, to his game. But he's gritty. He gets rebounds. He's in your face defensively. And he's just a pain to go against every night. Period. End of story. He's active as active can be on both ends of the court. You just can't get that guy. He's like a gnat, man. But he's big. He's not like he's 6'2". He's about 6'5", right? So he's big and he's strong. He's a power guard, right? Is how we used to call him when I was coming up, right? He's a compact combo power guard who could defend, who can go to the rack, and he gets in there, he's scrappy, right? So that's exactly what he wants. Now, if you notice, Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson are like the same type of player. It's just Jalen Brunson is better offensively. But he's the same thing, a compact power guard that is willing to get down there and get dirty. He doesn't play like he plays bigger than what he is. He's only 6'1", 6'2", but you would think Brunson's about 6'5", the way he gets down there and bangs, right? So those are exactly the type of guys. And then Randle's come on, man. He's a perfect representation of what Tibbs is, right? He's a bully down there in that Baja. He can step out and hit that three, and he plays with an attitude, right? That's exactly what he wants. Remember, Thibodeau's a Chicago guy, man. So Northeast, just think of anybody, guys from New York, man, you know how we ball. So it's the same type of thing. That's why guys like Oakley resonated with us, Mason resonated with us, Xavier McDaniel, because that's how New York is. Hard, gritty, in your face, right? That's what Randle is. So all those guys are perfect representations. But if you think about it, right, guys? All those dudes, except for Randle, are Northeast guys. Remember, Brunson's from Chicago. Josh Hart is from D.C., right? So all these guys, man, you got just got to pay attention to that stuff, man. That stuff matters. It really does, because then they're going to buy into how he coaches. They're not going to get bent out of shape, him cursing and having an attitude. That's not going to shake them up, because, them being from the Northeast, that's regular stuff. What's him say? I definitely think Johnny Bryant deserves an opportunity now that Tibbs, if he goes to the front office, I think that's probably going to be the plan, honestly. Josh Hart kind of reminds me of John Starks. Very true, right? See, same type of deal. What was John Starks, right? Gritty guy, in your face. He was a pest, right? And how big is Starks? 6'4", 6'5". Same guy. Same type of guy, man, right? So remember, Thibodeau was on that coaching staff back then, guys. Anybody came on my show before, I told you, I went to school close to where the Knicks used to practice at. I used to see those guys all the time. Thibodeau, I used to see him all the time. He was on that coaching staff with Pat Riley, Jeff Van Gundy. He was on that. So he knows. So you're absolutely right, Tim. That's exactly who he is. And it just so happens he's wearing number 3, right? You can't make this stuff up. Right. So, but listen, man, I'm loving what I'm seeing. I am. And also, too, guys, like was mentioned earlier in the chat, roles matter. Roles matter. Guys understand like what their role is and what they're supposed to do. Like, perfect example, right? Josh Hart knows that he ain't there to score the basketball. That's not his role, right? Quentin Grimes knows I'm here to knock down threes. I'm not here trying to be Allen Iverson, right? I'm here to defend and knock down shots. Quickly knows I'm here to come off the bench, provide points and defensive intensity, right? He understands that because, Quickly is a two-way player, so he plays both ends. So once you understand that, you know you're not the star. Guys are okay with that because they want to win. They know who the stars are. Randle, Brunson, and of course RJ. Right now, listen, man. Also, too, guys been killing RJ, man. Guys, he's 22 years old, man. You got to understand that he's 22 years old. I know he's been in the league. He came in the league when he was about 18 years old. He's 22 years old, man. You got to give him a chance. He's got to go through these lumps. He had 25 last night. He looked great. So he's growing, and he has 7 assists. So he's going to get better. They just gave him $100 million. There's no way he's going to the bench. There's no way they're not playing RJ. That's the guy. He's a number 3 pick. Not everybody can be John Morant. Not everybody can be Devin Booker. You got to know who your players are, right? But he's going to turn it around. Just give him time. He's a young player, man. He's a young guy. You got to but you can't just throw him out because Josh Hart got here. I've been seeing a lot of that. People just killing him now that Josh Hart is here. RJ is going to be RJ. You got to let him play through that. He's a young guy. Look how well he played last year. That's why he got that money. Because when Randle was doing Randle, right before Randle started getting sitting on the sideline, figuring out, maybe I need to meditate before the game. Randle was going crazy last year. Let's not forget, we were all trying to ship him off for nothing, for peanuts. We were trying to ship him off for a bag of Doritos. That's a fact. Everybody know that. Thomas Banks, what's going on, man? I appreciate you coming by. Thank you, sir, for coming by. I truly, truly appreciate it, man. Have this Knicks talk on this great Sunday. I agree. RJ will be fine, right? So while Randle was going crazy, who was the one playing well last year? It was RJ. So let's not forget that. He's got to figure it out. Brunson just got here. RJ is trying to figure things out. But I love him on that second unit. When they bring him back in, when he's the guy and it's him, IQ, and Josh Hart, I love RJ on that unit. I do. I really, really do. I think he kind of takes over, and I love the Gotham lob he's got going with Big Mitch is back now. That looks great. He penetrates the hole. Sometimes doesn't give the lob. Sometimes he comes underneath, gives it to Big Mitch. Big Mitch bangs it. Right? I love that little chemistry they got going on there too. So we just gotta listen. We gotta be patient with him. We got to be patient with him. Let's be clear, man. He's a hell of a ball player. Trust me. If he wouldn't be in the league. He's a big, big wing. Remember, RJ is about 6'6", 6'7". He's a big wing, athletic. We got to kind of give him time to adjust. It's taking him some time to get adjusted to Brunson and how Brunson likes to do things, right? So, remember, Randle's a little older. So Randle's adapted to this league and kind of been different places and is able to conform. This is the only place RJ has ever known, right? So, got to give him that. Thomas Banks, he will learn from Brunson. Footwork is looking better. Absolutely it is. Absolutely. Remember, in the beginning, his footwork was looking heavy, right? It looked like he was kind of unsure. Listen, guys, everything that's very important about ball players is rhythm and knowing exactly where you're supposed to be, what you're supposed to do, right? And what I mean by that is things that worked last year may not work this year. So things he's going to understand and see because he's a young player. When I used to go here, this worked for me last year. Well, they done coached up on you now. They done scouted you out, man. They know your spots now. So now you got to make an adjustment on your game. And that comes with being a vet, right? He's still a young player. So he has to kind of like conform and kind of adjust because guys have scouted him. They know what he likes to do. So he's got to know his spots. He's got to redefine that and master it, right? What made Kobe and all those guys great so they've mastered the basics, man. They mastered the basics of the game. So it didn't matter what you did or you took away. It didn't matter. They was going to get theirs. RJ's still trying to figure that out as a young player. I appreciate that, Agent Super Ego, man. Yes, that definitely. Hit that like button, man, please. Also, guys, if you haven't come by and subscribe, please subscribe, man. Please subscribe. I truly appreciate you guys coming by. And if you have subscribed, thank you so much. I truly appreciate it, man. So, so RJ, give him a minute. Give him time. He's still filling out the process. Brunson has come in and changed everything, guys. Changed everything. Number red. Want RJ to stay. He can handle the pressure. I agree. I think he can. I think he can. This is growing pains for RJ. He'll learn the progress. Absolutely. Absolutely he will. Listen, man, you got to understand, right? Like this is the toughest city to play in the world, man. Randle realized that last year. Okay? Randle realized that last year. Brunson comes, we forget about what Randle was last year. Brunson probably told Randle, hey, man, maybe you need to hire like a therapist, man. Sit on the bench and kind of talk to you before games. And Randle said, yo, man, maybe you're right. Sorry, man. Sorry. This is a little small joke, but I'm just saying, right? And now he's getting meditation before the game, right? And listen, Randle said it himself, guys. I don't know if you saw the post game the other night, right? The other night when he's watched it, they said, "What changed, man? What changed?" He said, "My mental." That's it. No, he didn't think twice. He said it makes me a better husband, makes me a better father, makes me a better son, it makes me a better teammate. He said, "My mental, man. I have to change that." And listen, and I love to hear that because he's being honest. He's being honest, and he was being honest also too. If you go back, kind of listen to my quick hitter, man. He talks about that in the Athletic, right? It's a great read. He talks about how over the summer he had a long talk with Johnny Bryant. He talked with Johnny Bryant, and Johnny Bryant kind of pulled him to the side, right? There you go, Tim, your boy Johnny Bryant, right? I agree with you. I like Johnny Bryant. Johnny Bryant asked Randle, we said, man, based on everything that happened, right? Would you want to be your teammate? Everything that happened last year and how you were, your actions, would you want to be your teammate? Randle said, no, I wouldn't have been. See, that type of real truth talk is important to every player's growth. And Johnny Bryant was able to tell him that. I don't know if anybody else or Tibbs or anybody could have probably told him that. He probably respects Johnny Bryant, just like a lot of people do. Remember, Johnny Bryant is the reason why Donovan Mitchell wanted to come to New York. So, right, so Johnny Bryant obviously has a great rapport with a lot of these young players, right, Tim? Right, Tim, I'm on you, man. I'm here. Harlem and the Bronx, I'm here, right? So, Julius Randle gave Johnny Bryant credit for that. And there's a lot of truth in that, man, because you got to be honest with yourself. You wasn't the best last year, man. And yeah, it's right that everybody wanted to trade you for a bag of Doritos. I mean, because that's how you look last year. But Jalen Brunson coming to town changed everything. There's something that has to be said, guys, for championship pedigree. Guys who have been there before, who know how to win, who are pretty much able to really change a culture. Right? And that's, to me, what Brunson has been able to do. It's a copycat thing, man. Like, sometimes some guys aren't leaders, man. They're followers. Real talk. Some guys aren't leaders, man. Some guys are followers. I don't care what they say. And when an alpha type of cat comes in the room, they follow the leader that. They do. And it happens all the time in sports. And I think that's what Brunson has done. He's come in and he's changed everything. And remember, guys, he's not like he's a center or power forward. He's the point guard. So he calls the shots on everything. Excuse me. Right? On everything. So that changes how the offense runs. He lets people know where they're supposed to be. He lets people know, listen, man, you ain't getting the rock because you ain't playing well. Right? Some guys want the pill, but it's like, dogs, I'm not giving you the pill. I'm going this way because my man right here is hot. He's smoking right now. We feeding him. You understand what I'm saying? So when you have a guy in there that comes that, he demands that, and then on top of that, he's up in there getting busy, right? He getting busy. Come on, he killing dudes. Looking shifty. He looked like he bad. He looked like he had to ruck him, man. Word up, the way he in and out doing all that stuff. You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. So when you see the cat, he out there getting busy. So, excuse my language, he popping that shit, but he backing it up too. Dogs. Come on. You got to fall in line. Period. So guys kind of take heed to that. Right? That's it. Agent Super Argo. Okay, RJ passed the ball last night for a high season assist average. Right. He's learned to pass to the open man. Absolutely. Brunson handles sick. And yeah, Tim. It's his joint. It's filthy. But you know he's filthy too. You know why? Because I play ball. I play ball on West 4th. I play ball through the city. He's lefty. So he's dangerous with it. He like Kenny Anderson. So he's dangerous. So you know when you guard a righty, it's different. But when a lefty, he's quirky with his handle. So and he's ambidextrous. So he's strong. He's strong with his left, but the way he steps like he's a right-handed player. It's crazy. So that's why he leaves. He keeps dudes. It's awkward because you're like, yo, I don't know how to guard him. Because he be doing the in and outs, then he be doing the step throughs, and he be stepping through. You waiting for the left-handed step through, but he be stepping through with the right. They're finishing with the left, and he's awkward in how he plays. But it's official. Then he could knock down a trade ball, man. He's a total package. Let me tell you, the Knicks got to steal because he's easily worth $200 million. And I know everybody in the league is like, yo, man, how he slipped through the cracks like that? He should have definitely been an all-star. Definitely been. Right? He's changed everything, man. He's changed everything. He truly has. I mean, look at the dynamic. I mean, as much as we love Derrick Rose, and as much as we love, much as some people like Fourier, it got to the point where he had to play a lot of minutes. There's no way, and you got to play IQ. So what does that do for Derrick Rose? It knocks him out the rotation, right? What does that do for Fourier? Because Brunson has changed the culture so much. If you can't defend, man, you got a problem. You can't play on this team. Period. If you can't lock up, you can't play. That's just it. And here's the thing. It's not like Brunson is the super greatest defensive player, but he ain't nobody killing him offensively. I haven't seen no point guard coming in, busting him. Excuse me, I was say something. Giving him the business, right? I haven't seen that. He takes charges. He plays the passing lanes well. And that's what got Fourier on the bench. Fourier can shoot it, man. We can't play no defense, man. And if you can't play no defense, you can't play on this team, period. Because you got to be able to lock up, man. You got to. And that's what was giving RJ problems. Because RJ was getting cooked by every three in the league. Getting cooked. And so that kind of hurt his game offensively. And it did because he's focused. RJ's issue is that he's focusing too much on offense. And I understand that your offense can come from other places. And now, his last couple of games, he's been getting in the passing lanes, been blocking some shots, right? I've noticed that about him. So he's been playing well, right? So I kind of like exactly how he's kind of adjusted his game. And now it's making his offensive game look easier. Yo, Jay Dragon, what's going on, man? I appreciate you coming by. Man. I hope all is well with you. I was just going to say I haven't seen Brunson run over so many times and get so few calls. Yeah, that happened overnight, man. He wasn't getting nothing. But they wasn't really calling much anyway. They wasn't calling a lot. A couple of times he was letting certain things go. I was like, dang, come on, man. You got to call something. I don't care what you call. Call something. They were letting things rock. Tim, if Randle and Brunson and RJ got on the same page, if the Knicks are going to be a scary team, I could see they're going into the Eastern Conference. Let me tell you something, man. That's very, very possible. And you know why it's possible? Because I think they're sneaky good. I don't think anybody has been paying attention to them. And I think that they're sneaking up on guys now. They're sneaking up on teams. And they're realizing, like, you know, in the East, they're probably just focusing on Boston, of course, Philly, and Milwaukee, right? That's it. They're just focusing on those teams. I think the Knicks could beat all three of them. Not easily, but I think push them to the limit. I think the one team they're going to have a problem with is Milwaukee. Milwaukee has great depth. They have great length. And they have great they know how to win, man. They know how to win. They know how to win big games, right? They've won a championship before. The Greek Freak is unguardable. Bobby Portis is great out there. He's tough. Middleton, if he's back, remember Middleton is big, man. Middleton's about 6'7", 6'8". He can shoot it. Drew Holiday can defend. They also got Jay Crowder now. He can defend. They're a tough out. They're really, really tough out, man. So they're tough. Just matchups, right? Just matchup-wise. They're tough. Also, too, they got Brook Lopez. Don't forget about him. He's a big stretch five that can knock down a three. Gives Mitch problems. They're tough. They're tough to defend. They really, really, truly are. So they're the ones that I think the Knicks are going to have a hard time. I can see the Knicks beating Boston. I can. I just think matchup wise, I think they can get Boston a lot of problems. I think they could definitely beat Philly. They've proven that. But the litmus test, guys, is Monday, right? When we got Boston at home. That's the big litmus test, and we'll see exactly what that looks like. But I do think that we're dangerous out for anybody. Nobody wants to see us. Period. I think we see Cleveland. I think we're knocking off Cleveland in about 6 games. I give it 6. I don't think it's going to go 7. I give it 6. I think the Knicks they have more. And also, too, the person that has to give the Knicks problems, if you guys paid attention, was Kevin Love coming off the bench. We had nobody on that second unit to match up with him, and he was killing Obi, right? So, Randle can't play the whole game. So we need somebody to check him coming up the bench. He's gone. So that helps out, right, with that. With just matchup-wise, guys. You got to look about that. So, yeah, I could definitely see that. But if we got to play Milwaukee like in the second round, they're gonna be tough to beat in 7 games. Tough to beat. Jay Dragon, RJ does a lot of traveling. We are lucky he's not. Yeah, Jay Dragon, man. Yeah, but everybody does traveling in the league. Man, LeBron be taking 4 steps. The Greek Freak be taking 5. I count. He does 1 dribble at the half court. He's at the rim. I'm like, dogs. There's not that many steps. Come on, man. But what they said, they changed. But see, they changed at the rule book, man. Like, they give you now, like I heard something like, yo, it's crazy, man. They give you now like a gather step, which is 1 step, then 2 more. That's 3 steps. That's 3 steps. I think who was it? Was it Jerry West? No. It wasn't Jerry. Rick Barry. Rick Barry said, yo, man, they need to call a game according to the rule book. They're carrying, they're traveling. Dogs, that's why they get into the rack so easily, man. They get to the rack, they taking 1 dribble, dogs, Euro step, then 2 more, then they at the cup. I'm like, yo, how do you get to the cup from the 3-point line? Who was going to fill the 2 roster spots? For the next, they just signed the guy. Who is it, man? I think they signed the guys from the G League. They signed the guys from the G League. That's what I believe they did. So I like where we're at, man. I like where we're at. I think we're good. I don't think we have to make. Hey, listen, I wouldn't do anything else to the roster. I think the more they play, the more Tibbs keeps this rotation, the better, right? I love exactly where we're at, man. I think we just if it's not broke, let's not fix it, right? He won 5 in a row with this rotation that he's got going. Let's keep it going, man. Tim, they got to stop bashing RJ. He's young and the future is bright. Agreed, man. Agreed. I said that earlier, man. He's 22 years old, man. He's 22. You got to understand, he's a young guy. I don't care what he looks like on the court. He's 22 years old. 4 years ago, he was 18 years old, man. 5 years ago, he was 17. He's a young guy, man. The league is no joke. The league is no joke. See, guys get it gassed. You see guys in the league doing whatever. The league is no joke. There's guys at the end of the bench I see come down to the Rucker, come down to West 4th or whatever. They be dropping 50, man. Or they go to Brooklyn, go out to Soho Hall in Brooklyn. They go out to, Orchard Park, Orchard Beach out there. Dropping like 40, man. Guys at the end of the bench. The league is no joke, man. So you got to give him time, man. You got to let him kind of just give him a minute, man. We just gave him the bag. There ain't no way. We can't throw him out to the water with the bath water like that. We just gave him the bag. Jay Dragon, maybe they should make dribbling optional. You can dance up the court. Excuse me, I'm sorry. You can dance up the court. No shooting from inside the arc. 3-pointers only. That's funny, man. That's funny. I know it's crazy, man. It's crazy. That Euro step changed everything. When they came in with that Euro, and then who really, really changed everything was James Harden. James Harden doing that Euro, his lefty looks awkward. Dudes manipulating it now. Especially LeBron travels all the time. He takes about 3, and Greek Freak is out of control. He's out of control with it. Tim, I hope you get your StreamYard running soon. I would love to join your panel talking about the team we love. Absolutely. Give me about Give me about 2 weeks. I'll definitely have that rocking. It's just a matter of kind of getting things, kind of queued up and stuff. But that's not a problem. I'm definitely going to have that, get that going. Jay Dragon, thank you, man, for subscribing, man. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. The league says that they have to fill those roster spots right. Yeah, they did though. They did. I believe they did so because they signed the guy recently. I forget his name, man. If you guys can look it up for me right now. I will look it up now. I don't want to stop talking to you guys. But if you guys, anybody right now can look on the side right now, look it up who Knicks signed. Knicks just signed somebody, but it's somebody like from like their G League, like something like that, or something on those lines. They signed somebody, so that'll be taken care of. I'm not worried about that. That'll be taken. That's small things, man. They'll definitely take care of that. But I just like where we're at. But the key is going to be, I need Jeffries might be called up. Okay, I read Jeffries might be called up. Okay, all right, cool. But the key is Boston. What we guys think about Monday night, man? In the Garden. I was gonna get more tickets, right, for some games. And I said, nah, you know what? I'm gonna be the opening night playoffs. That's where I'm going. That's what I'm going. I've already been to a couple of games this year. If you guys go back to my live, I did a couple of lives. Went to the Wizards game. But yeah, I'm definitely going to be going to the first playoff game, so I'm definitely going to do something from there. So you really check out for that too. But yeah, I'm gonna be at the first playoff game. But what do you guys think about Boston? To me, that's a good litmus test, guys. Good litmus test. That's going to show things. If the Knicks knock off Boston and win six in a row, hey, Tim, I think we're going to be closer to that 50-50 ball, man. I think we're going to be close to that 50 ball. If we get 50 wins, we might jump Cleveland, probably getting that 4th spot. If the Knicks jump 2 spots from what they were at the All-Star break, we're dangerous, man. No one's going to want to see us. Jay Dragon, we can beat Boston. If we lost, it should be tight. No blowout by either team. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough. I don't see us. I don't see us blowing them out. Not at all. Boston's tough. Tatum is playing at not an All-Star level. He's playing at MVP level, All NBA level. So we got to kind of see what he does. Is Jaylen Brown back, guys, or is he still out? Tomorrow night statement game. We beat Boston. We put the league on those. Absolutely. But we also too, Tim. We play him twice next week. Twice. If the Knicks go 4-0, oh man. Listen, come back. I'm doing it live. I'm gonna start giving out gifts too, guys. I got some stuff, man. I got some Knicks stuff, Knicks apparel. Trying to get my weight up. You know what I mean? Tim trying to get things rocking. But start giving out some Knicks apparel. As soon as I kind of hit certain things, I'm almost at 1,000 subscribers. Definitely want to start doing stuff like that, giving them shipping things out to you guys. So I got some Knicks stuff. See, I got some stuff back here on the wall, but I got other stuff that's unwrapped. Definitely ship it out to my fans. Went to the Wiz game Friday. Randle went crazy. Yo, he did. Yo, he did. He did go crazy. Listen, Randle's playing at an All NBA level, man. But listen, let's be honest. This guy, Randle's uber talented, man. I mean, his skill set is top tier. Let's not be honest. Let's be honest. You understand, guys? He's a big wing, man. He's huge. He's about 6'8", 6'9". He might even be 6'10". He's big. And he's strong. They can't check him. Bigs can't check him on the outside. He takes them little boys down that Baja. He's banging on dudes. He's rim rocking it this year, right? So he's playing a legit power forward. That's exactly what he's playing right now. And a lot of dudes aren't playing power forward this league. A lot of dudes are playing threes, small forwards. He's playing a legit power forward. He's getting down there in that Baja. He's banging it on dudes. Anybody down there, they better watch out. And he's also getting rebounds. He's getting boards. He's getting almost 11 boards a game. Listen, man, he's playing at an all-NBA level. We got to recognize that. What Randle's doing right now. Right? Then he's shooting from a high clip from the 3. So now he's unguardable, guys. He's unguardable because here's the thing. You got to be able to score on all 5 levels, right? You got to be able to put the ball on the floor. Right? You got to be able to score on the inside, right? You got to be able to score from the outside. Of course, you got to be able to, score on that free throw line. Then you got to be able to hit that 15-footer. That's the money shot. That's the NBA shot. You hit anybody anywhere in that 15-footer, now they can't guard you. That's why Jordan was such an assassin. Because you couldn't do nothing on that fadeaway, that fall away, and that baseline 15-footer. Because then you check up on it and he blow right by you. Randle blowing right by him, yamming it on dudes. Because they don't want to get, he's too big. He's big and he's strong. He's a big guy, man. So nobody wants no problems with him down that Baja. So that's what he's doing. So that's why he's a tough check, man. So when he's right up here, he's uber talented. Let's be clear on that. Let's shut the door on that nonsense and that noise. But the thing is that he's just got to keep it up here. Last year, he was off the rails, man, right? He was like, yo, what's wrong with this guy? Fighting, I'm telling you, man, no, listen. He was acting like a dude from Brooklyn, man, last year, man. Big shouts to my Brooklyn family. But yo, for real, I'm from uptown. We don't want no problems with no Brooklyn cats. Because they be acting like Randle. Off the rails. Just, you like, yo, my man, chill, chill. Relax. He didn't want to relax. He want to fight the refs. He want to fight the remember he smacked the dude. He smacked the laptop joint out of the dude's hand in the game last year. He was wilding. Then he tried to fight the dude in Phoenix, Cam Johnson. He was trying to, I was like, yo, B, he looked like he's from Fort Greene, right? Nah, he from Bed-Stuy, not Brownsville. Yeah, he from Brownsville. They get it on and popping out. Harlem, we want to be fly, man. We don't want no beef. You know what I mean? We just want to get fly, get chicks, get money. That's it. Brooklyn, anybody from Brooklyn, no beef. I don't want no beef from y'all, man. Got all love. But that's how Randle was, right? But with the arrival of Brunson, that has tightened up Randle. So now you see Randle on the sideline, right? He's like a Buddhist monk, right? He over there locked in. I don't know what that dude is telling him. If somebody can find out what that guy is whispering to Randle, oh man, we're gonna talk. I'm like I said, I'm gonna do something nice. If anybody can find out what that guy's telling Randle, if we can get the goods on what he's telling Randle, that guy needs a pay raise. He needs a pay raise. They got to bump him up on the coaching staff. He's got to be right behind Thibodeau and Johnny Bryant. He's got to be. Because I don't know what he's saying to Randle. It's like he's putting him in a trance. I think he's putting him in a trance. Everybody give thumbs up if you think he put him in a trance. I think he put him. I'm giving thumbs up right now. I'm giving thumbs up right now. I'm looking for it. Trying to get my icon up. Thumbs up. Where's it at? This thing's moving slow on me right now. Thumbs up. Anybody else? Oh, wait. Thing is moving crazy right now, man. Let me see here. All right. Almost. Where's that? Come on, man. Here we go. Right there. Thumbs up. That's what I'll be loud, man. He's putting Randle in the trance. He got Randle locked in. So during the game, Randle's like, and sometimes Randle get out the trance. Right? You see him, right? He be barking on the ref. I'm like, Randle, you be like, yo, I'll be telling him, like, yo, call that guy, pull him. Well, tell him to talk to Randle. They start whispering to Randle. Randle go, okay. All right, I'm back. What happened? Nothing, man. Keep scoring. Yo, that's a fact. All you guys know I'm telling the truth. I guarantee all you guys, you see Randle spazzing out, you go, oh, yo, Randle, chill, right? And so anybody from New York City, anybody here, you always got one of them peoples, right? You're like, my man, yo, chill, B. You trying to have fun, trying to party. Chill. Like, nah, B, trying to get over. Like, yo, just chill. Chill, man. Chill. Everybody chilling right now. Right? You always got that one friend. That's Randle, man. But then when he good, you like, all right, we back now. We back. We got fun, right? That's Randle. I think Brunson and his pops hired that guy. They said, yo, my man, yo, listen, P, we got this dude, right? He official. But we need you to put him under like that, like a trance or something. He said, all right, I got you. I don't think he coached. I think he did for Randle. That's a fact. I'm telling you. William Thompson, appreciate you coming by. Give me thumbs up, right? You know I'm right. You know I'm right. Everybody know I'm right. Putting that boy underneath for trance, man. Because where was he last year, right? Where was he last year? He was who's this guy? He wasn't there last year because Randle was wilding last year. He was spazzing out. I was like, yo, my man, yo, you bugging right now. Killer Dogs, what's going on, man? I appreciate you coming by. If anybody hasn't subscribed, please subscribe. I appreciate you guys coming by and showing love. I truly, truly do, man. Trust me when from the bottom of my heart, man, I truly do appreciate you guys coming through, man. You guys didn't have to be here. You could be out chilling, doing whatever, but you came by and kind of just shout me out. So I truly appreciate you guys coming by. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, man. But I appreciate you guys coming by. And right, if he is, it's a good thing. Absolutely. We'll fight every dude in the park last year. Word up. Tom, yo, he would. He would fight every dude in the park last year. And it'd be like, it'd be them dudes like, you like in a tournament, like in a summer tournament, everybody out there having a cookout, everybody having a good time in the middle of July. And so was the one dude he want to fight the ref. You like, yo, my man, chill. His trainer lives and travels with him. That's the guy you're talking about. Oh, that's Randle's trainer? See, I told y'all. See, they got him traveling. See? He's the dude that keeps him calm. It keeps him calm. He just got the Jedi mind trick, man. That's Yoda. Anybody know? I love Star Wars. Anybody know what time it is? Star Wars. That's Yoda. Yes, sir. You got a subscriber just for shouting me out, bro. Knicks Nation, absolute killer dogs. Of course, man. Of course. Knicks, we all Knicks family, man. Everybody here, Knicks family. I agree. He definitely helping Randle keep calm, and he's definitely helping his game for this. Absolutely, Thomas. That's the difference from last year. He wasn't there. There you go. See? Whoa, thanks for telling me that. See, that's the difference. That's the difference. That's changed everything. And once again, I'm going to say this, guys. This is not me just, we having fun here, right? We chopping it up. But what I'm saying is, that's not me just saying it. Randle said it. He said it after Washington Wizards game. He said it. They said, he said, my mental, man. My mental. He said, that's what's changed. Everything, man. And that's the key, man. That's the key for all those guys, because no one questioned his talent. No one ever did. It was just like, yo, dude, you're the leader here, man. You gotta tighten this up, man. It was weird last year. Like, just his antics, it was like, it was bizarre. Like, and I have to use that word because that's what it was. Because you're like, yo, my man, you're in the NBA, dogs. Like, you're not out in the park. What are you doing? And he would do it at odd moments. Like, it would be like the third quarter, Knicks are pushing, about to take the lead in the game, and he would just do something crazy and get an attack. And you're like, yo, man, what are you doing? Like, it was insane. I had no idea what was wrong with this guy. But now that they're like my man William Thomas said, William Thomas, appreciate you coming by. Thank you. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. William Thomas just said it, guys. Check it out. That was his trainer. He wasn't there last year on the bench. Somebody spoke to somebody and said, yo, this guy needs to be with Randle every day, all day. We put $100 million into this guy. I don't care who it is. If you want to bring the priest, you want to bring some monks, you want to bring the Shogun of Harlem, Bruce Leroy, I don't care. Somebody get to calm him down so we can win some games, period. And it's working. It is. And, and when you watch him, Killer Dogs, New York would do it to you if you don't have the mentality. Oh, come on, man. Of course. There's no city like this place in the world, man. I don't know if you guys have traveled a lot. I've traveled a lot. Been down south, been out west, been up north, northwest, to the islands. Haven't been in Europe yet. I'm planning on going to that. There's no place like this place. There's no place like New York City, man. No place. And I've been everywhere. All the major cities. We're the biggest city in the world, man. You got to understand how vast we are. From the top of the Bronx, right, Tim? Right there on the border between Mount Vernon and the Bronx. My man went to Mount St. Michael, right? So right there on the border, or even right there by City Island, right there is the border right there going into Westchester County, right over there. Tim, you know what I'm talking about, right? City Island, what's up there, Tim? That's the Valley, right? The Valley, I got peoples up there, right? Sugar Hill, Harlem all day, man. Come on, man. I see you, Will. I'm down the block. Sugar Hill's up on the hill. I'm down the block. I'm on 29. That's me. Right, Tim? So right there. There, my people's out in Queens. I got family out there, right? Anybody from Queens? Right there, I got family out there. Right there, right on the borderline of Queens, you got Green Acres Mall. That's going into Long Island. That's right there. But you count Long Island too, right? I say Long Island's Queens, but a lot of dudes, they got beef with me when I say that. But anyway, so it goes all the way out there. So imagine, you guys know the city, going from Long Island all the way, Tim, and all my other New York people, all the way up to City Island. How many hours is that? That's like 4 hours, right? If you going from all the way Long Island, like, we'll say like some place like Bayshore, or even Lake Ronkonkoma or something like that, right? From all the way over there, all the way up to like right there, City Island, right before you get to the old show, right? Right, Tim, New Rock City? I should be up there, Tim. Heavy. Yeah, boy. Right? New Rock City. How far? What is that? Right? Jim said it. Co-op City, right, Thomas? Exactly, right? City Island Co-op, right? Co-op City right over there. That's about 4 or 5 hours. So look how, and that's the city, B. We ain't counting Yonkers and all them other spots, right? That's the city. Look how vast and how big it is, man. Most places aren't big like that. Where you say that covers the whole city. Most spots aren't like that. You going into like different towns or different states. That's how big the city is, man. So I say that to say that's how many eyes is on you. When you playing in New York, you playing in the Garden. That's how many eyes is on you. Most cats can't handle that, man. Most cats can't handle playing at the Rucker. How about that? And that's about 1,500, 2,000 people right there playing up in Dykeman, right, Tim? Most dudes can't handle that. Imagine playing on the Garden on a Wednesday night in the middle of February, March, right? Most spots in the U.S., no one's going to those games. In this city, the Garden is packed to the rim on a Wednesday night in the middle of March or the middle of February when it's cold outside, nobody wants to go. Or Kingdom. Well, Kingdom dangerous, Tom. Kingdom, a couple things, I didn't see a couple things happen up there. I went there a couple times. I was in and out. So, oh, man, wow. Kingdom dangerous. Tom, you punk. Nah, Kingdom dangerous. Right, but I'm, you got me called King, nah, B. Can't mention the Dome, B. Dome is dangerous. Yo, right. William, right? You know what I'm saying? Roy Thomas, right? They shook. They coming to Rucker. They shook. You got dudes on the mic talking crazy. You got dudes booing them. I done seen cats in the league come through and get booed, get ran out the Rucker, get smoked by some dudes from the hood, from the Bronx, Queens, wherever, come through and destroying dudes in the league. Like, yo, this cat in the league? How ain't in the league come out here getting his ass busted, man, out here like this? I see plenty of dudes get embarrassed out there. Bad. Right? So that's the hood. That's the hood. That's right there. Right across from Project. That's right there. So imagine that times a billion. We're not gonna say 1,000 or 100 million, a billion playing on 34th Street in the Garden in front of everybody, man. The whole city. The whole city. That's including all them dudes down in Wall Street by the bull making billions of dollars. Them dudes right there in the front. And Spike, a Brooklyn cat. Everybody there watching. Oh, Kareem Reed was the man. St. Raymond's. Kareem was the man. I played against Kareem. I played against Shamgar. Shamgar for 42nd. Went to LaSalle. All them dudes is all Americans, man. I played against Steph. I remember Steph was walking around calling himself Starberry before he was calling Starberry. Yeah. St. Ray's, man. And Rice. Good wars, good battles back in the day. That's when the city was the city, man. I remember Lamar Odom was at Christ the King. I played with a couple of cats there. I remember All Hallows. All Hallows was nice down there. The cats had ballers out there. I remember a couple of good ball players. I remember Jared Lockhart out there in Mount St. Michael. Jared Lockhart was fish, about 6'4". The city was tough, man. A lot of good ball players. Remember 530 Jamel Thomas went to Lincoln. That's Sebastian's older brother. Remember a lot of good ball players. Charlton Clark, St. Ray's. Of course, Jamal Massburn, Cardinal Hayes. Cardinal Hayes got the number 2 player in the nation right now. Captain Jack, Ian Jackson. The Bone Collector. Yeah, the Bone Collector, he ain't from the city, though. He ain't from the city. He just played at the Rucker. I think last night was a blessing that we missed when the legends had their moment. Yeah, man. Yeah, Mash was a problem, man. Oh, Felipe was true. Felipe was already, but Felipe was older than everybody, though, man. That's why he was cooking dudes like that. He was like 19 or 20 in high school, man. That's a fact. But they didn't know his right age. I remember it was like rumors of that. Now I don't know how true it is, but I remember he was bigger than everybody else, man. You gotta understand, he was like 6'6", and he's playing a guard. Most dudes that was 6'6", 6'5", they was playing like down low back then, but he was a guard. You know what I'm saying? Oh, the Future, come on, the Future, come on. Future was a problem, man. He ran the Rucker. He ran the Rucker for the Bronx. Best ball player nobody talks about in New York City, Tiny Archibald. BX. Remember, I think Tiny was the last one to lead the league in points and assists. NBA Hall of Famer. No one really talks about Tiny, but Tiny was getting busy in the league in the 70s. Busy. We talk about great point guards. No one really talks about Tiny. But City was on fire with the guards back in the day. The 80s and 90s, man. Yeah. Remember Kenny was the man. Kenny was the man coming out of Archbishop Malloy. Kenny Ensign was the man. He was the man. Remember, he was all everything coming out. Remember what Kenny was scoring like 50 a game, right? He was averaging 50. He was crazy with it. He was lefty. That's what it was, man. Them lefties is tough to guard. That's why Jalen Brunson do what he's doing. Because he's left-handed. He's hard. But like I said, Brunson is like Amy Dextrous, man. Like he's a left-handed, but he plays like he's right-handed. Because his right is just as strong as his left. That's why when you play ball, they always say strengthen both your hands. Right? So that's what makes Brunson so tough to check, man. Because you know he's a lefty, but you waiting for him to make a step with his left, but he's making a step with his right. So he's doing certain things that right-handed players do, but then he comes back to the left, and so he's got dudes on skates all night. So then he's tough to check, and he's crafty, man. He knows how to draw fouls. He's a steal. Listen, man. The Knicks stole one. I think that move that Leon made, we all been killing Leon, including me, that might have saved his job because I think that's propelling him. That's going to propel the Knicks to being a perennial championship contender for the next 5 to 10 years. Because remember, all these guys are young. A lot of these guys can play to like early 30s or mid 30s, and they can still be with the Knicks. And I can see, I'm not saying definitely, guys, I can see a championship down the line. Definitely, because the way the league is, and then I also too, once again, like I talked about earlier, our youth, man, we're very, very young. So I could definitely see that happening. We all have those guys on great deals. So, and remember, guys, we still have our picks. We still have all those picks. So we could definitely make a go at somebody. I'm talking about a young star. I like SGA, right? I love SGA. Remember, he's big. He's about 6'6". He's more like 6'6", 6'7". These guys are long, man. They get the pill in their hands. You like, damn, that's why you can't get it from him. Because he's big. But SGA coming in, that messes things up with Brunson. And we don't want that. So you're going to need somebody opposite Brunson. Who's the next guard who can score? That's opposite Brunson. That's still young, under 30 years old. CAA guy, Devin Booker. That's the only person I can think of. What I want is I want the Knicks, I want the Suns to win a championship this year. They win a championship, Chris Paul's gonna retire. KD, I'm sorry. KD might retire. Maybe. If that happens, Devin Booker's out. And to me, the Knicks got the picks and the collateral to go after him and go get him. Because we can give him a haul. We can give him a haul. If we can't get Booker, go get Mitchell. He'll be a great free agent after next season. I don't know, man. I love Mitchell. I love Donovan Mitchell. But is he going to fit? You know what I'm saying? Is he going to fit with Tibbs? Tibbs didn't want him. If Tibbs wanted him, we would have got him. Tibbs didn't want him. Tibbs was not willing to give up Grimes for him. So that tells you something. Just like Tibbs didn't want Cam Reddish, man. See, I pay attention to the writing on the wall. Tibbs did not want that guy, man. So I don't, Tibbs is stubborn, man. I don't want to see, I like how things are going. I don't want him to get over here and him and Tibbs start beefing. Because he want to take plays off and be on that fly guy stuff. You know what I mean? Tibbs don't play that, man. He don't play that at all. Killer Dogs, I think if we get Mitchell, that could have messed Brunson up as well. Agreed, man. I don't know. I just, I love Donovan Mitchell. He's come on, man. He's legit. He ain't no joke. He's legit. And he's in the New York cat. He's from Westchester County, though. He's from up there. He's from Tim, he's from up there by like White Plains. He's from up there, like further up. He's from up over there. His parents got money. His pops worked for the Mets. So he went to he played Riverside Church. Like I played for Gauchos. He played Riverside Church. But so he played for the church, but he didn't go to school in the city. Like he went to a prep school in Connecticut or something. His parents got money, man. So Tim, he's from up there in that area. We wouldn't have to give up nothing. He would have the opportunity to play, to pick the team. No, I agree. I'm not talking about picks to get him. I'm just saying I don't know if he would fit into what we want to do here. You know what I'm saying? I don't. What I'm saying is I don't know if him and Tibbs like if they might clash, man. They might clash because I don't think Tibbs wanted him. You know what I'm saying? So because come on, man, who wouldn't give up Grimes for him? I would do it. I would do it ASAP, right? But Tibbs said no. He said no. He said I'm not giving up Grimes for him. And remember, they said, all right, if you ain't gonna give up Grimes, we want RJ. And if I remember correctly, right after that, the words of RJ coming out, the Knicks signed him like 2 days later, like to that big deal, and that was it. And then right after that, that's when they said, okay, boom, Cleveland, let's make the deal. But I think Tibbs pressed pause on that because he didn't want to give up certain players. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. So what I'm saying is, I don't know how Tibbs is with Mitchell. I don't know if he likes him. Not, you know, you know, Tibbs is like that, man. He's funny. He got certain guys that he, you know, that he wants, that he feels are his type of guys. So I don't know if he fits that. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I don't know. I don't think Tibbs is leaving no time soon. I think Tibbs is really trying to win a championship before you get up out of here, man. I think he's really trying to, you know, he's really trying to get that trying to get that ring, man. So I don't think he's going nowhere until that. Remember, Leon is his boy. They real tight. So I just, you know, I just don't see that happening. I really don't. Yeah, I don't see that happening. Just don't. So we gotta see, man. We gotta see, but it's exciting, man. It's exciting time. Uh, I'm excited to see exactly what they're gonna look like. I think that these next couple weeks are gonna tell us everything. Really, are we legit? Can we get to those 50 wins, or was this all fool's gold? What was this all fool's gold? Like that, like that's how I feel about it. Let me take a look right now. Let me take a look. Let me take a look at our schedule real quick. All right, everybody's be patient. Let me see who we got here. Call it out right now. Who we got here as far as the schedule goes. Let me see here. Let me see here. Let me see here. All right, cool. Here we go. Here we go. All right. Check it out here, guys. Let me see who we got here as far as schedule comes. I know who we got next week. I mean, the next couple of games. All right, cool. Let me see schedule here. All right, clicked on that. All right, peoples. All right, so we got. All right, here we go. Right, so we got Boston, Brooklyn, Miami, Boston, and we got Charlotte. Then after that, we go on that West Coast trip. We got Sacramento, LA, the Clippers, then the Lakers, then Portland, right? Then we come home to Denver. That's going to be a tough out right there, man. We got the Joker in the crew. They're tough. Then we got Minnesota. We got Anthony Edwards. But that would be a good get, too. We can get Anthony Edwards. Oh, man, that would. Yo, if we can get him, if we can pull him away from Minnesota within the next 2 years, because I know he's locked in, right? Because this is his second year. Rookie deals are usually, 3 to 4 years? So if we can get Anthony Edwards, man, instead of Devin Booker, would you do that? You guys wait for Anthony Edwards? Yo, he's. Whew. What do you say, Tim? Says, yeah, I agree. I think it will show what type of team we're. Absolutely. Right? So we got Minnesota, right? Then Miami. Then we go at Miami, at Orlando, Houston, knocked them out. Then we got the Heat again. Then Cleveland. Then Washington. Then the Pacers. Then the Pelicans. And we end off at home against the Pacers. guys, listen, man, we got all these teams are vying for the playoffs, except for Houston. And that's really it, man. Everybody, all them other teams are fighting to get into that 10th spot, except for Charlotte, right? But outside of that, everyone else is fighting for them spots. So it's all gonna be tough games. But next week's gonna be the truth serum. 4 years. I would love Edwards on this team if we can't get big. Yeah, man. And I think he's bigger than Booker. I think because I think Booker's about 6'4", 6'5". Edwards about 6'6". 6'6". Big power combo guard. He's a perfect Thibodeau guard, man. Because he's big. He can defend. And he can score. And he's got that grit to him, right? He's kind of like got a little attitude problem. He's like Randle. Nah, I'm just joking. I'm joking with Randle with the attitude. I'm just saying he's a perfect fit. He's a perfect fit. He's a Thibodeau guy, right? And that's what we got to pay attention to, right? We got to be honest with ourselves, right? We already know what it is. We already know what time it is. We already know Leon and their bond and all that other stuff. But he's a Thibodeau guy, right? So we got to be honest about that, right? So yeah, man. So we listen, man. The schedule looks definitely. Take a look at these wins, man, and see exactly how we can pull them out. But I don't see no issue at all. I see all winnable games. The only game I'm telling you, man, that's dangerous to me is that West Coast trip: Sacramento, LA, and Los Angeles. Those 3 games right there, dangerous because all those teams are fighting for the playoffs and they're hungry. LeBron is tough, man. He's still tough. We saw when he played us. The Clippers are still tough, man. Kawhi and Paul George do what they want, man. Because, Paul George was cooking Grimes. He was killed, man. I was like, damn, man. You could just see it. You could see the difference, right? You could see you could tell why these guys are perennial all-stars, man. He was making Grimes look like a kid. And forget it, RJ can't check Kawhi. Forget it, right? So they just cause matchup problems for us big time. Right? So Tim, he is. Tim, he is definitely a player that's built to play this. Absolutely. He would love it too, man. He would love it. He's got the backbone for it. You gotta have that, man, to play here. You gotta have that to play here. If you don't, maybe you can go over the river, man. Go to Brooklyn, play over there with them cats. You see, them dudes ran up out of there, right? They ran out fast. Especially Kyrie, man. He got some issues, man. That guy, he ain't loyal to nobody, man. You saw KD, man. KD was kind of like stunned, like, yo, what's wrong with this guy, man? I could tell KD be looking at him like, yo, what you talking about, man? What? See, James Harden got up out of there. James Harden said, yo, and Harden said, see, everybody thought I was the one. Now y'all see. So you don't know behind the scenes what was going on. James Harden probably heard Kyrie talking some nonsense and probably looked at him like, that's my cue. Let me get up out of here, man. We got to match the toughness with RJ. Just might show up and help us with those games. Absolutely. Those games are going to be tough, man. Those games are going to be tough. And, my thing, honestly, is, making it out those games healthy. Being healthy and just getting out of those games with a win. If we can't get a win, fine. But just be healthy, man. Let's be healthy and let's have everybody for the playoff push. Because we're going to need everybody. So when the playoffs come, anything goes, man. You got to beat the team, 4 times out of 7 games. That's tough to do. I don't care who it is. Beating a team 4 times in 7 games is tough, man. Because it's really no it's no trickery, right? You know what time it is. You know what a team is gonna do, what they're not gonna do, right? Like you know that stuff already. So you already know what's coming. So now it's just a matter, can you stop it? Now it's matchups. And you've seen everybody every game. So now it's kind of like, all right, it is what it is. Right? So that's why it's tough. That's why you need everybody. You need everybody on deck. You need everybody healthy. You need everybody healthy. So yeah, man. So this is gonna be tough, man. It's gonna be tough, but I think we could do it. Where we at right now? Make sure I got the records right, man, because I was kind of like all over the place as far as the record goes. Right now we're 35 and 27. So we can get 15 wins. How many games we got left? 20. Got 20 games left. So we can go 15 and 5. 15 and 5. Get to 50 wins. I think it can happen. Be what? 50 and 32. I think it can happen. I think it can. Yeah, Josh Hart is wild card. He's got to stay healthy. Everyone's Big Mitch has got to stay healthy too. He's you see him kind of like laboring, limping around and stuff. So he's got to be healthy too. He's got to stay healthy. He's got to. All right, but listen, man, it's a Sunday. You guys want to get and have Sunday dinner and stuff like that, man. I appreciate you guys coming on to my channel. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. But listen, everybody enjoy their Sunday, man. Let's get ready for the game tomorrow. Definitely going to try to do a live Tuesday. We'll talk about the recap after the game and see where we're at. But I appreciate you guys coming by. Tim, Harlem BX, man, appreciate you. All right. But I'm LV Live. Thanks for coming on my live show. All right. And I'm out of here, family. Peace.